Welcome to recruitment lifecycle. I'm going to maybe narrate you a four phase which may help you to become a good recruiter. So in this four phase, we have JD, job descriptions, which is the most essential. So in JD, maybe you need to understand whom are you hiring for, what is the company, what is the brand, is it a global company, it's an Indian based company, it's a service company or a product company, where the company stands. The kind of research what you're going to do is going to help you to convince the candidate and even till he accept the offer. So that is the most essential aspect for you. The second most important aspect is the roles and responsibility of the candidate. So what is it supposed to do? So software engineering is a common word. So does he has to sit and write the code? What is the percentage of the code would he be writing for the new development or for the enhancement of the particular project, or would he be a certain percentage of his testing? So it's very important for you to understand the entire roles and responsibilities. You may get to know more when you do a research, going to their own website of the company, trying to understand or looking into one of the database and finding the existing position of the same resume. The third important aspect is the keywords. So when you have understood the two important aspects, the keyword is the very essential for you, because you're going to go to the several platforms to search the keywords. So the keywords should not be a common one. Maybe you need to highlight at least 40-50% of the unique in that particular segment. So it could be about database, or it could be about the domain, or it could be about certain things, because if you give a common, you will end up looking on to thousands of resume. So moving on to the second phase, selection, shortlist. So this is the where you're going to get interaction of the the prospects. So before you go and pick up a call and call to them, make sure the such keywords what you have already highlighted in the phase one is available on the resume. And your time is most precious, so you need to make sure that when you do a proper research, spend more time in selecting the best profiles. Your time will be most saved. So you need to find out the duration of the project when you're looking at the resume, the domain what is you working on, his roles and responsibilities. So this could save a lot of your time. So match those keywords in the second, in the first phase of the selection part of it. Then going in detail about it. So once you find a good candidate, you need to make sure other parameters, which is the most essential part, is does is position match. So you cannot look for a team lead for a senior software engineer, but it varies again if it is a product company or a service company. Then you shouldn't go back in terms of salary. The candidate never wants to accept a lower salary. So there should be at least a gap of 10-20% than what your client can able to pay. Then you should also look forward for some additional aspect of the education aspects, which is very essential. Then there should be no gap within the education or in the experience. If it is there, you need to make sure that you make a small note to the client, so client would be quite happy about it. So the priority, when you talk to a candidate, you should always find out what is his priority. So I would always give him a choice about choosing his priority. I would ask him, is it why are you looking out for a change? Is it the role which you want to enhance your skills and grow better, or is it a monetary, is it a domain? So I would give him 4 to 5 and only consider the top two priorities. So if he says monetary, I would be cautious. If he says anything other than monetary, maybe I would understand that is a good case to move on. Then there is another third phase is coordination to the offer or rejections. So coordination is a very important aspect of a good recruiter. Is today we find a lot of cases the candidate doesn't turn out. The only reason he doesn't turn out because he's not maybe open to tell you, or you might have gotten to some challenges, or you may not be interested, or you might be confused that is he applying for the right jobs or not. So the most important aspect in the coordination is the relationship. So you have to be in touch with him. You need to understand him, what exactly is he looking for a change. You need to make sure that he has understood the job, has he understood the company, what is he applying for, is it a right time, is he confused. So that is a kind of a regular touch. If you are in with him, you could able to build a good relationship that will definitely lead you to make sure that the candidate is available. If the relationship is built, I believe you will get good leads even after he gets an offer, or if he says that I may not be interested. So reference is, this is the way you will get references from. So it's a very easy way for you to connect to him is the social media. You can go and send a request to him. Don't send a request at the first time when you had a call with him. Make sure that he attends 1 or 2 interviews and send him a request. He would accept it, and if there is a good case, he would always give you a reference that will add values to your resume. The fourth is result. So either your recruitment company, wherever you're working, or a corporate organization, everybody expect you to deliver results. So a recruiter, to a good recruiter, one is he needs to be technically sound, may not be IT or anything, he needs to understand. Second is the most part is he has to be psychologically good enough. So you need to understand the mentality of a person, the human behavior and other aspects of it. The last, also but not the least, is you have to be a sales guy. You need to be, because you have to work on a target, and and everybody will be happy if you are working on a target. You have to derive a target to yourself to make sure that you achieve that. So make sure whatever you're doing is the entire process, count your learnings. This learning is going to be a skill set for you, and this is where you're going to add a lot of weightage to your resume, and this is where you will be able to build a lot of confidence in yourself. So the last is repeat this life cycle. So go back to the life cycle of recruitment, then repeat the same thing. In recruitment, you cannot sit because you have closed a position, and you cannot eliminate any particular modules here. You have to do the same thing and to get the same results. All the best.